I never had a father growing up, and I didn't realize how much that affected me until I found Jordan Peterson. He became the father figure I never had. He told me something that no one ever did. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's what gives life meaning. And as someone who didn't grow up in a good environment, that changed everything. This is a story of how I stopped playing victim and started building the life me and my kids deserve. A bit about my background is that I grew up in government housing in bad neighborhoods. I even went to a high school where the academic was so bad the government almost took over. So, yes, it was that bad. There wasn't much structure. I had no mentors. No one was telling me I could be something more. So, I just played video games all day. It was my escape. And for a long time, I thought that was normal because everyone else was playing video games as well, and people around me was not highly motivated. But deep down, I knew I was made for more. I just didn't know how to get there. So here I am, trying to hold it all together, barely sleeping, not really talking to anyone, and just feeling this deep ache in my chest like, is this all there is? I was in that phase of life where I just wanted more. Not money, not success. I just wanted to feel like I meant something, like I wasn't wasting my potential. Because even though I grew up with no real guidance, no father figure, deep down, I knew I was capable of great things. And I had zero encouragement, zero accountability. No one pushed me to grow. Then one night, I'm scrolling through YouTube, just laying there with my thoughts racing. And I see this video, which of course is Jordan Peterson. And at first, I almost skipped it. I was like, what is this professor going to tell me about my life? But something told me to click, and I'm glad I did. Because what he said in that clip, it shook me. He said, life is suffering, and your job is to become strong enough to bear it. And I just sat there like, damn, that sounds really good. I never heard it said like that before. He wasn't sugarcoating anything. He wasn't trying to motivate me with fake positivity. He was telling me the truth, the hard truth, but the kind of truth I needed. So that night, I must have watched like 4 or 5 more videos in a row. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel crazy. I didn't feel broken. I felt seen. It was like someone finally explained why I was struggling so much and why the answer wasn't to escape it, but to lean into it, to carry it, to become someone strong enough to endure it. Once I heard that message, that life is suffering and meaning comes from responsibility, I couldn't unhear it. I started watching more Jordan Peterson videos, lectures, interviews, Q&As. I listened during workouts, during my drives, even late at night when I couldn't sleep. Then I picked up his books, The 12 Rules for Life, Beyond Order, and I started underlining stuff and just taking a lot of notes also on my Kindle app. Going back and reading sections over again because it felt like he was saying exactly what I needed to hear. Eventually, I went to one of his events and then another one. The first one was special because it happened to be my daughter's second birthday. And when I got to speak to Jordan Peterson for a moment, I was able to take a picture with him and speak with him in person. I told him that it was my daughter's birthday and he just smiled and wished her a happy birthday. How cool is that? That small moment meant a lot because I saw him as my father figure. Because here is the man, someone who had become a role model to me, acknowledging the most important part of my life, which was my daughter. And from that day on, I really made a stronger decision. I'm done waiting for permission. I'm done complaining about how things used to be. It's time to focus, to take full ownership of my actions, to stop numbing myself with distractions, and to start becoming the kind of man I want my daughters to look up to. Every single day now, I remind myself, just be a little better than yesterday. That's it. Grow a little, step up a little more, own a little more. No one is coming to save me. I gotta grow up and be the man, not for validation, not for praise, but because it's the right thing to do for me, my girls, and our future. Like and subscribe. It helps this message reach more single dads who needs it. Here's the thing. Being a single dad is one of the hardest jobs out there, and not enough people talk about that. You're expected to be the provider, the protector, the emotional support, the everything. And a lot of the time, you're doing it completely alone. There's no backup, no one checking in on you. You're out here giving it your all, and you're still wondering if you're doing enough. I know that feeling because I lived it. There were days where I just sat in the car, completely drained, wondering how I was going to keep it together for my kids. But what I learned from Jordan Peterson and what I want to pass on to you is that we're not powerless. We're not stuck. We're not broken. We're just untapped. We got way more strength than we realize. And sometimes we just need a little push to tap into it. You don't need someone to fix your life for you. You just need someone to say, hey, you got this. You're not alone. Let's take that next step. That's why I'm here, sharing my experiences and the things that I've learned with you. Not pretending that I got it all figured out, but to walk with you, to share what worked for me to help you get that momentum back and going. Because once you start stacking small wins, you'll get dangerous in the best way possible. You become the kind of man your kids admire. So don't wait, don't stay stuck. Let's get to work. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I see you in the next one.